Hey shifters, welcome to the shift. Um, so, New moon in Scorpio with partial solar eclipse. It's taking place on October 25th. It's not as wild and maybe chaotic as I believe the full lunar eclipse in Taurus will be 2 weeks following that. We have Venus in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio. It feels, and it's also a partial solar eclipse, so it feels soft. It feels purifying, but not in an overly aggressive manner. It's going to be aggressive on negative and dark forces. Dark in a negative translation. I mean, it is going to be exposing rot and darkness. Those are good things. It's not going to hurt us in a way that, oh, good people have bad things happen to them. That's not the eclipse that we're seeing. Hello, thank you for joining. So, look, if you're a corrupt, dark lord from hell, this is going to be a shit show for you, right? But otherwise, good, positive, truthful energies are actually going to feel elevated and kind of washed on shore by the waves of transmutation and change when it comes to what's happening in the collective and world events or in just your circles, right? So things that are that have been destructive, things that have been corrupt, things that have been toxic, all the shadow aspects of Scorpio are the things to get eclipsed, and it's going to happen with light being placed on them. It's already happening if you're following anything that is happening on the news and in the world, and you can see it. So it's actually going to feel good for good people. Okay. Now, if things become messy, triggered by this eclipse, it means that something in your life wasn't in alignment, and it's meant to kind of put you back on track and cleanse and clear the path for you. So even if it doesn't feel great, it will result with great. Okay, so I feel this to be very positive, even though Scorpio is a very complex archetype. It has a lot of darkness to it as well. Again, I feel like what is eclipsed is the dark aspects of it by being brought up into the surface. So it's going to be disturbing, right? You're going to find out things either about yourself or people in your life or on world events that are disturbing and painful and hard to digest, but it's in ways of bringing justice and clarity and truth, actually. So for a lot of people that are really, really inherently good and haven't been destructive or toxic for their environment or for the collective, it's going to feel softer. Okay. You might be disturbed by things, but it's not necessarily, happening to you per se. Now, if you're watching the recording and you feel inclined to timestamp this reading, that would be amazing. I'm going to go into giving readings and messages to all the signs. We're going to go by the zodiac sign. We're going to do 13 readings. We're going to include Ophiuchus. So please feel free to do so. Happy Saturday to everyone. Happy Saturn Day to everyone. I'm recording this on a Saturday. It's also a holy Jewish holiday, Sukkot, and today is considered a very blessed day, one of the holiest days of the year. Portal for good, for doing good, for helping, for giving, for being charitable, for being there for one another, for having faith in the unknown and the impossible, knowing things will turn out for the better. It's a very positive day, all in all. So I'm happy to be here with you guys today, and thank you for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Morgane, and this is the Existential Shift. Messages are not always sweet and fun and cheerful and calming. This is not a feel-good channel, although a lot of things can often feel good with my messages when they are good. However, the Existential Shift is exactly what it means. The purpose is alignment. When you're close to alignment, then the realignment is soft. When you're far from the alignment, then the realignment is sharp. Whatever needs to come out, comes out. Don't take it personally. I don't know you. Not personally, right? So take what helps you. Take what triggers you. It's actually a good sign. And leave out what doesn't. Ask for what signs to watch. Honestly, I would say watch all of it because you all have all the zodiac signs in your chart. The existential shift is also about integration of the different polar energies within us as the human, as humans and within our human condition in ways of enlightenment and reaching unification and oneness consciousness. It's about going through the different energies within us, the different zodiac signs, and finding the integration, okay, having them work together in harmony. So if you have the desire and the time, I do recommend to watch all the signs and not skip them, because that way you can assign the messages for each zodiac sign on where you have it in your chart, whatever house you have it, and also the planets that you have in those signs. Now, if you don't want to watch all of it and you want to focus on on specific things, the obvious, the standard, sun, moon, rising. If you have stellium in any sign, like if you have a lot of planets in one sign, etc. Okay. How are you guys? You're in the chat, but you're not saying hello to me. What's up? Hi, my life. Hi, Black Lotus. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what zodiac sign you are so I know the energies that are in the house. Put in a cute emoji to cheer us all up. Do your thing. I'm going to work with the Universal Tarot, I feel like. And if I'm in the mood, maybe I'll add some oracles. We'll see. We'll let it flow. Anything else when it comes to direct messages in regards to this eclipse on a collective scale? New moon in Scorpio, solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse. It's across from Uranus, so I feel like it's going to set the stage for the real drama that will happen. Because, okay, so the eclipse in Scorpio is going to set the stage for the exposure, and then the lunar eclipse in Taurus, 2 weeks later, is going to have the dramatic consequences and the changes and the reactions to what is shown via the eclipse in Scorpio, or what is exposed or what is eclipsed. Okay, so the drama will come, because Uranus is going to conjunct the North Node in Taurus when the eclipse happens in Taurus on the 8th of November. It's not really about the day itself. It's long-lasting influences. But again, it's just to reiterate that it's going to feel relatively softer, the eclipse in Scorpio. Though it might come with feelings of disappointment from things that you discover that are just uncomfortable. But then you'll know what to do. Hello, Rusty Holly. Thank you for coming in. But then you'll know what to do. You're like, okay, I was mistaken on that. I was unclear on that. Many of us have had like a long period of time of confusion, but now finally Pluto has gone direct and Saturn is going direct on the 23rd, 2 days before the eclipse. And it's such a relieving feeling. And it finally gives momentum and movement and energy. Anything else? I don't think that let's start with the signs and we'll see if anything else comes up. My life, I'm from Ontario, Canada, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Venus with Leo rising. Welcome. Getting ready for the grandkids to come over. That's cool. Oh, you're going to have me still on? I'm happy that your grandkids are going to also listen. That's very nice. Okay. We're going to go chronologically. I'm going to start with Aries and move all the way through. Messages for Aries for this eclipse, for the Scorpio eclipse. It could get intense, dramatic, dark, but possibly not dark like in a bad way, more like in a empty space, vast truth kind of way. Moon card. Things are coming up to the surface for you, Aries, to feel and process and acknowledge. There is a lot of confusion that you're carrying that you may have, kept inside and not really dealt with, and constantly, I won't think about it today. I'll think about it tomorrow. You've been doing the Scarlet O'Hara thing. You kept pushing it or postponing it, and it's not going to let you do that anymore. It's going to bring up memories from the past for you to process, acknowledge. It's going to also bring them back from the past in ways of giving you a new perspective, a different perspective on them. Like, let's say you have a memory of something that happened in your childhood and it registered as trauma or something very bad, but now you recall it, and from the perspective of an adult, you look at it differently, and then you feel it differently, and then it doesn't hurt as much, and you kind of release it. Okay, something along those lines. But there is a feeling of being also distant from someone, not knowing what's going on with them. The Star card, where you're on my wall, Aries, the moon and the star. This is funny. Okay. So this is really, really going into the depth of your psyche and of your soul. You might recall some past lifetimes trauma. You might tap into some deep aspect of faith. It's a Pandora box that is opening up. You're just letting things out, and you're going to feel them. It's going to be very cathartic and healing and enlightening. Now, the Star card speaks of purity. Yeah, but there's a process in order to get to that purity, right? You got to first transmute the impure energies within you, right? You got to go through them and break them down or burn them into ash. Before hope came out of the Pandora box, all the demons came out first. So hope and love, you can get there only by facing everything else that is blocking it. Guide to life. Hello, everyone from Israel. Oh, hello, welcome. Yeah, so often I see, like, when readers get the Star card, they immediately go to the positive aspect of the star, which there are of plenty, love, purity, truth. But again, it's a major arcana. It talks about the necessary process in order to get there. So especially when you get the Star card as a future card, it implies by default of the process you're going through now or will go through for the sake of reaching this purity and alignment, right? Which is processing through a lot of gunk, secrets, things that you wouldn't tell yourself, but it's truth coming out to the surface, and it can happen on a personal level. It can be like very personal and inner process, but it can also be like, truth comes to you. Someone says something or you hear something. Some of you I'm picking up on secret love. One more card for Aries. King of Swords. Okay. Moon, Star, and King of Swords. That's interesting. It's like you're trying to be decisive and clear-minded about everything that is coming up, but I don't think it's going to work. I think you just need to surrender to that, for lack of a better term, process, and not try to put it in a box of, mental understanding. It's not a process of the mind. It's a process of the superconscious, okay, the subconscious, but that is the spiritual expression of it. That is the enlightenment aspect of it. That it's where where truth and divinity is within every single one of us, but it's veiled from us for the sake of the human process, right? And you're going to try to approach it, all this energy and the feelings, from a place that is very mental and cognitive and reasonable, and it's not going to work. It will just create a rigid box to it, and it will rebel. The energy will rebel against that approach. So I wouldn't recommend that. By any means, it's a reasonable approach, but it's just not going to work. It's like you're trying to study this energy instead of experiencing this energy. Don't read about it, just live it. Okay. Anything else for Aries? Energy from this eclipse. Also, I feel like you're going to get clarity about something that you didn't have clarity about. Could be about how you feel about something, how you feel about someone, how you feel about yourself. Like, it's just something that was veiled, that you didn't know about yourself, about your own emotional space, is going to come up to the surface for you to acknowledge cognitively. Okay. Yeah, very inner. It's a very inner eclipse for you. Any effects on the exterior? Hello, Rob. Any effect on the exterior for Aries? Seven of Swords. You're going to try to mesh it. It's just gonna confuse you more. The more you try to make sense of it, the more it will confuse you. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords. A lot of air energy. You're putting a lot of energy into a lot of water energy. And by default, it's just not going to work. It's amateur. It's amateur energy work. For a masterful energy work in regards to this energy, surrender. It's the more you try to rationalize it. Sorry, I got stuck. Rationalize it. The more you will seem less impressive to yourself and your environment. Let things show themselves and then respond to them as they show themselves. It's like you're trying to poke a storm. Sorry, I don't mean to sound harsh, but it's like, if I let you do this, it's going to feel really harsh. Like the energy is going to be harsh on you. Okay, I'm reiterating at this point. Thank you, Aries, humans, seekers, shifters. I am going to move now to Taurus. Am I being weird? I feel weird to myself. The energies are weird. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to take a moment and express my gratitude to my channel members here on YouTube that are signed up for a monthly membership of $1.99. It adds up and it's very helpful. And thank you for your reciprocity and support. Hello, Edward. Welcome. Hello, Meraki. Hi. I also want to thank my patrons over on Patreon who are now also Tarot Masterclass Bunkai students, because I upload all of TMC over there for unlimited streaming. That is even a greater support. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're enjoying the classes and Karmic Shift and Liberation and the daily rune messages that I post there. And we've had a grow in subscriber count. So welcome to all my new seekers and shifters and seers. I'm really, really happy to have you. I'm really also hoping to wake up the dormant, the sleeping agents, my sleepy subscribers that are inactive. YouTube is being a little weird, and that's okay. But if you're out there, I'm calling you energetically to wake up and return to the shift. It's time. Okay. And if you're here, you can help them by, doing the regular things like sharing the videos. Okay. Where were we? Taurus. Well, so Taurus, this is happening across from you, and then 2 weeks after that, we're going to have an eclipse in your sign. But let's talk about this one now. Taurus, eclipse across from you. So the thing that we need to understand that even though our opposing sign, right, Pisces to Virgo, Aries to Libra, Scorpio to Taurus, and so on and so forth, isn't as far away from us as it is half of us, okay? Because the purpose is unification. In every Taurus, there's a Scorpio, and every Scorpio, there's a Taurus, and that applies to all the other signs on the axes. Axis. So what is eclipsed from your life, of course, can be played out in your life as way of like a relationship ends, or a commitment ends, or a connection, something that you used to be a part of that leaves your life. But it's probably something that you've already in a way known and anticipated. Venus is in Scorpio. It's like and Venus is very much of your energy as well. It's like you've been sensing it, you've been feeling it, you've been knowing it. Why? And here's where I'm circling back to the explanation. Scorpio is a part of you. Something within you is being eclipsed. An aspect of you that is no longer in service of you, that is no longer necessary, that doesn't serve you anymore, is being eclipsed, or just transmuted. You've done the work. You reached the conclusions. You've passed the lesson. You've evolved from that energy. Okay, and you're tapping into the more pure aspect of Scorpio, right? Maybe some psychic abilities, your intuition, purification, purity of faith. It can play out in all kinds of ways, right? So I feel like also the shadow aspect of Scorpio is being released, and with it, any shadow expression of it in your life in form of relationships, people, connections. Okay, so if there's an ending that is coming through with this energy, then it's something that has been in the process of dying for quite some time. It's if it's as if a surprise, it's not completely a surprise. For the only way for it to be a complete shock is if you're really not in tune with yourself. It's like if you don't know thyself at all. Because if you know yourself and you know your inner processes and intricacies, then you've been feeling it within yourself, and then when it manifests in the outside, then it's like, okay, I see how that makes sense, but if you're a completely detached Taurus, I doubt if you're here. I'll do the cards in a sec. Taurus. Message for Taurus through this eclipse in Scorpio, please. I have 4 of Cups. And, ooh, that was fast. 10 of Swords. Whoa, there's flipping. And 7 of Cups. A lot of you are going to act surprised and shocked and confused. Sorry. When it comes to this ending or finality. Like, who are you fooling? You're fooling yourself. Why are you acting confused when you're not confused? This has been, and ongoing for a while. Like, you've seen the red flags, right? You've seen the signs. I'm not sure why you're acting surprised. Like, are you gonna do? Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about yet, but you will. Like, are you fooling yourself? Are you fooling whoever this person is, or whoever the situation is? Why were you still holding on to something that is obviously like there's no more letting go of it? It's like as done as it can be. It's like something in you believed that it can continue. But it's been smoke and mirrors. Because some of you may have been gaslighting yourself. Telling yourself that something that isn't real can be real somehow. Maybe you're in toxic manifestation vibe, toxic positivity. You can't manifest in disregard to reality. The whole point of manifestation is working with the elements and with reality, not above the elements or in canceling of reality. Like, that just doesn't work. I'm going to make soup without water. Okay, good luck. I mean, don't go all whiny. Why is she being mean to me? I'm not being mean to you. I'm telling you what the cards are showing. I'm looking deeper. Hold on. Okay, with some of you, it could be a martyr complex, like acting really, really sad that something is over, where you're not actually sad. You feel like you're supposed to be sad because it's something that is seemingly sad, but you're actually not really feeling the sadness, or you're trying to tell yourself that you're sad, but you're not sad. If you're sad, be sad. If you're not sad, don't be sad. Okay. Some of you need to come to terms. Hey, Sunny, welcome. Some of you really need to come to terms with ending in general. I feel like some of you have been traumatized by a lot of endings or losses, and it created an emotional stagnation when it comes to endings in your life, right? So you associate every maybe legitimate or standard ending in your life, like leaving a job or leaving a relationship or leaving a home, as if it's like a way bigger ending, like a death kind of ending. But it's because you didn't process, possibly maybe you didn't process the pain of the losses and the grievances, the griefs, I'm sorry. And so it comes out in everything else, in anything else that is ending, that reminds you of that, that loss or the death. And so it's like some of you are over dramatizing otherwise okay endings that are not a big deal, or not as big of a deal as you experience them, right? So go back to source, to the source of the wound, right? Just focus on grieving the real painful ending that you've endured, and that will allow you to not project that pain onto things that are supposed to end. And then it won't keep you stuck. It won't make you stay in places that you're supposed to move on from, Yeah. Okay. Anything else? for Taurus? Anything? I'm pulling way too many cards, so I'm going to pull less. Moving forward. And oh, wow. Okay, this is very interesting. Let me go into this first. So we had the Ten of Swords right here, right? And now we have Nine of Swords and Ace of Swords. So it's the Ten of Swords divided into an Ace and a Nine. Actually, it's a reiteration as well as what I just said. Like, break down this constant feeling that is keeping you confused and stuck, right? And in doubt. Break it down to clarity of what it is about and what it's coming from, and just feel it. Nine of Swords, just feel the pain of it. Just feel the anxiety, the emotional distraught. And, the only way out is in. You have to process those emotions. I'm picking up, like, I have a lot of new seekers, new subscribers watching this that might be new to the process of shadow work and conscious energy work, not the escapism or the toxic spirituality or the toxic positivity, rather the real work that goes through the psyche and the emotion and then leads to energy mastery, right? Then you can manifest. So, sorry, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, just feel it. Just feel it, love. And that will be the most accurate way of manifesting and creating and having a clear mind. Because right now your mind is just so full of emotions that you won't process. And it creates a lot of confusion, and it doesn't allow you to see things clearly for what they are. So, okay, to summarize, feeling like shit will finally allow you to see things with absolute clarity. You will see people for what they are, situations for what they are, things for what they are, and yourself for what you are, for better and worse, right? And that will lead to a breakthrough, an absolute breakthrough, and a new start that is way more clear. And sun at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like a kid when I see this. So that will lead to actual happiness and actual manifestation and creativity and success and feeling good in the world and feeling relieved. You deserve to be like this kid, being all happy and open-hearted and optimistic. You gotta let it out, Taurus. Let them out. Let it out. Not in like, oh, it doesn't exist. It's outside of, no. By feeling it. Let it out by letting it in. If I don't go faster, it's going to be a 3 hours reading. Are you guys up for that? How are you doing? Let's take a moment. Just going to read you guys. Okay. I read you guys. Who's next? Gemini. It's just you're purifying. Gemini, your Mars is going retrograde in your sign a few days after this eclipse. Sunny had a back massage and it helped so much. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Good for you. Good for you. Happy to hear. Self-care is important. I'm just cleaning the energy a little bit before I move on to Gemini. Gemini, with you, it is going to get gnarly. Sorry. Look, we're never fully aligned. So don't take what I'm about to say as judgment. It's very natural and even expected. Okay. If you are a Gemini that has been in absolute consciousness and alignment and have been very honest with yourself and with life and have been keeping track with what's good, I don't know how else to describe it. I think Mars retrograding in combination with this eclipse energy is going to help you improve things, right? Make them even better. However, by the most parts, most of us, we're trying our best in this life, and we don't always succeed, and that's okay. So, by the most parts, I feel like it's going to create a very hard look in the mirror, and one second. And it might feel like, I don't want to say public necessarily, because not everyone is in the public eye, but in your daily surroundings, right? The people that you deal with, the work that you do in home and outside, just your daily routine. So you're going to have things clarified to you by your environment. It might not feel very comfortable. It might be a little bit challenging, but if you'll be royal and regal about it and have an open mind and accept, and look at it, choose to approach it as an opportunity to learn and to explore. Because as a sign of knowledge, you come to this thinking that you know things, and these are things that you thought you knew that you're going to realize that you didn't know, or that are not exactly what you thought they are. If Especially if you've been carrying strong indignation, righteous indignation in regards to these things that you will possibly what and it will vary with different Geminis, that you were possibly wrong about. It might sting the ego, right? But it's a really great opportunity to really get to that place that you can be at. Because oftentimes, because you see both sides of the aisle, like both sides of truth and both possibilities, instead of it growing your mind, it kind of meshes things up in your mind, and it creates the opposite consequence or process. Instead of good, it could turn out to be negative. I hope I'm clear. I hope you understand what I mean. I feel like Geminis understand what I mean. So the next few months are going to be about that. It might not be the best feeling, but it is a very good process. Now, again, it doesn't apply to all of you. It really depends on your mindset and how you come into this energy. That's the, that's about that. And now let's do tarot. But I don't think it's going to be as harsh as it sounds. Like I may have expressed myself in a way that makes it sound way harsher than it actually is. As I said in the beginning, and I hope you didn't skip it, like there's something very soft to this energy, to this eclipse, relatively. So I don't think it's like someone yelling at you something that you're wrong about. More so, they're like, "Hey, by the way, that's actually this way, not that way." Like in a like they're it's more likely to be like in a friendly demeanor, if that's how it manifests. Just as an example. Gemini, message by this eclipse in Scorpio for Gemini. Okay, you also have Four of Cups. Taurus got this too. And the Sun, nice. And wow, so these are the changes and the shifts that I was just referring to with this Wheel of Fortune that are going to really, really turn out for the better. So I'm feeling like I'm picking up on Geminis that have been in alignment and intelligence, that they just had a little bit of emotional insecurity. And you're going to be shown that you're actually super amazing, and something is going to happen that is very fortunate and pleasantly surprising, possibly. And it's going to bring you a lot of success. Now, another aspect of it, because of the Four of Cups here, is that you are experiencing success and achievement and positivity, but for whatever reason, emotionally you're not entirely feeling it or allowing yourself to enjoy it. There's a level of doubt. Of course you're worthy. Of course you deserve to be happy. Just when this opportunity comes in, or positive surprise or win, um, don't focus on whatever it is that you're not getting, because this is big and this could be, putting you on a path that is very, very positive for you, Gemini. I really like seeing this. And I'm relieved seeing this for you. Okay. All right, let's continue with Cancer. Cancer. Message for the Eclipse. So, too many cards, but we'll take them. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, okay. We have the Devil, Two of Pentacles, and King of Swords. And then followed by Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and Three of Swords. Cancer, do you have two love options and you're actually debating between the good and the toxic? Like one of them is super positive and sweet and clear-minded and level-headed, and the other, you've been stuck with for a long time. This is going to bring all the information that you need to make a decision. And it seems like the smart decision is the one that will cause a little bit of a heartache because you're really attached to this person. But you gotta break out of this because there's so much travel and opportunity and positivity that will open up as soon as you let go of this energy. Yeah, right. This eclipse is trining you from your fifth house. So it very much so makes sense that it's about romance and love. Uh, let that douche go. What's going on, Cancer? Seriously, like let that douche baggy go. It's been a while that you've been stuck in this, and you've been rationalizing it, giving yourself reasons as to how it can work, or maybe they kept breadcrumbing you or lingering with you with like small communication here and there that made you feel like maybe there's something there. But it's like, step it up, step your mental game up, see things with clarity, see things for what they are. Realize that whatever this is, if it applies to you, it's not working, and say, break free. Yeah, and you'll feel sad for a while. Okay. The only reason we're so scared of feeling sad is because we don't allow ourselves to feel sad. As soon as we go into the temporary process of wallowing a little bit just to release, there's something morbidly fun about it as well. I'm not saying in a way to stay stuck there once you're feeling better, but in a way of like let yourself binge watch your favorite show with your favorite vegan ice cream. Like seriously, and just weep. I don't know. It's okay, but let that shithead go. This is a very clear message. Good luck. And there, if you're gonna say that again, Morgan. If you're gonna choose to stay stuck, it's going to be way more painful than it should be. And you might, you don't want to miss out on an opportunity with someone that makes more sense. Cancer. And I'm picking up for some of you, it's not romantic. For some of you, it's a situation or a person that doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic dynamic. That is kind of I don't know, playing you a little bit. You haven't seen it, but like open your eyes. Open your eyes so you do the detachment instead of having it blow up in your face. Well, yeah, these are dramatic messages. What can we do? It's a little bit of dramatic energy. Voodoo Ninja, love that. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Welcome. I have cool seekers. Leo. Message for Leos from this eclipse. Hi, Rebecca. Thank you for being a channel member. Hey there, I'm on a road trip. Cool, along Lake Michigan and Lake Superior, so I keep losing reception. Okay, hello. Road trips are fun. What's going on with Leo? So this eclipse is squaring you. Is it in your, yeah, it's in your fourth house. So I'm going to say a little bit of the obvious, and then we'll see what else can come up. So aspect of, it's more than home. It's legacy, your heritage, your where you come from. Not just your childhood home, but more the people that you come from, the culture, the faith, the soul path, you know. I think maybe a false perception that you had about your origin as being what is eclipse, but maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you thought something negative about your origin and that is being set right or cleared. Maybe the opposite. I hope not, but it's possible. There's something to do with how you perceived the way you grew up that's coming up to the surface to be played out somehow. I'm picking up that you're going to have like this event or something that happens that it's almost like a play on events that you had in your childhood. And it's going to bring you back to it. It's going to remind you of it. Like maybe you're going to see a play or a movie and it's copy paste how you grew up or what happened to you or something like that. And so it registers differently for you. And it could have a very healing thing to it. Healing thing? What is going on? It can be very healing. There, I said it. I said it properly. But you know, someone might leave your life as well, you know, someone from your childhood or something like that. That's a truly out. Okay. Ooh la la. 9 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool card. This is a massive change in your life that affects all aspects of your life that you've been holding on for a very long time. Like it's been in the making. Maybe you've been trying to avoid it or evade it or just postpone it. or it could even be the opposite, something that you've been waiting for a very long time. I'm picking up on a sense of freedom. Some of you are being liberated from something that you've been enduring for quite some time. 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 years. And this is a destined release. This is the astrology. Like if you go to an astrologer, they're going to tell you you're going to be liberated from something via this eclipse. It's going to free you. It's going to set you up on a new path that is way more open and free and optimistic, and you'll have more possibilities open up for you. You'll have more paths available to you. You'll be able to choose. You won't be as oppressed even by this energy that you're released from. This is really, really great. This is big. This is something big that has been holding you back, or there has been a struggle. And it's going to be sudden. It's as soon as the clock hits the right timing, it just trickles into reality right away. It's really fast. And you just find yourself free of this. Nice. Voodoo Ninja, thanks, Morgane. You were on point with the Cancer rate. I'm happy to hear. Any other? I want a little bit to clarify this for Leos. Four of Swords and wow, Four of Swords, the Hermit, and the Hangman. This is something that has been holding you back for a long time. A level of sacrifice, could be spiritual sacrifice, maybe a journey, could be spiritual quests, karmic process. It has been holding you back in your life on so many levels. It has been keeping you stuck for the sake of you constantly having to repeat this process. Like you thought you were over it, and then you have to do, and then there's another layer to it and another layer to it. And it's like some of you feel like you've been in the karmic trenches. Hey, Zebra Libra, welcome. You feel like you've been in the trenches with it, and constantly waiting for something to let go of you. And some of you can't even explain what it is exactly that you feel like you need to be let go by. But it has very spiritual aspects to this. You've really grown wise from that. And you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but you've reached that level of knowledge that you were supposed to attain. You waited, you held on, you kept going. It might be something that people in your environment think you've been crazy for doing that. Like, why did you keep yourself stuck as long as you have? And you can't explain it. You're like, I can't explain it. I just know that I had to be in that situation or in that place. I had to, yeah. It's literally in the stars. It's like a process that your soul chose. But good news, freedom. Hey, this is crazy. This is huge, Leo. Congratulations. My life. Thank you for being a channel member. Sounds right. Cool. Who's next? Virgo. By the way, guys, if anybody wants me to give you a live personal reading now, let me know in the chat. Okay? You're going to have to book it. It's not going to be for free, but let me know if you want. Okay. Who's next now? Virgo. I'm just going to leave the candle here. I don't know why I keep moving it around. Virgo from this eclipse. Third house drama. Cool. Your mind. Virgo, you're already a sign that really processes information like crazy. And now having eclipse in your third house, that rules the mind. Intense way. Okay, psychic. I think there's going to be going to trigger a lot of your psychic abilities if you're not fully there yet, or if there's another level to it for you to achieve. Mountain girl. Oh, thank you for acting like a moderator. I'm going to make you a moderator for doing that. Thank you. Mountain girl, you are officially a moderator. That's nice. I appreciate it. Marcus, good afternoon to you too. Sepide on time, welcome. So yeah, so some of you Virgos are going to have some your psychic gifts expanded, or okay, I stand correct. I mean, they are going to get expanded, but by virtue of unblocking a blockage, a mental blockage that you've had it. So the eclipse is going to eclipse out a mental block. So this could be trauma, this could be mental cycles that keep you stuck, a way of thinking that was holding back your intuition or your awareness. Who's MG? Oh, Mountain Girl. My life, I really like your candle. Thank you. I've been looking for one locally recently and haven't found one yet. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Obsidian. Google Obsidian candle holder. Maybe you'll find it online. Yeah, so Virgo, something is going to, a blockage is going to be released that will allow your intuition and mental alignment to play out with more ease and flow. And it could have to do with something subconscious that is going to be released and resolved. That's actually really good. It's great. Tarot for Virgo from the eclipse in Scorpio, please. What? What? Okay. Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords. I didn't say you're weird. I said this is weird. Two of Pentacles, Five of Swords, sorry, and then Three of Swords, Ten of Cups. Okay. You're also a little bit weird, yeah. That's why I keep moving it. You have been stuck on something that was leading you nowhere for a long time, giving you a lot of heartache, and was blocking you from your happy place of the Ten of Cups, from finding a loved one and from uniting with someone, perfect for you, from having a family, for fulfilling your dreams, whatever. Any positive things, whatever positive possibility. It's something that you've been insisting on, and it just wasn't going well, wasn't going anywhere. It's like no matter how you try, but then suddenly it works. So for some of you, this leaves your life, whatever it is that you've been insisting on that has been keeping you stuck, and then the Ten of Cups just rushes right back in, not back in, but rushes into your life, which is great. And for some of you, this could be something that you've been consistently trying to resolve and experiencing a lot of sense of failure with, suddenly just works out. So I know it's different, but those of you, you'll find out, I guess, soon which one is it. But But the fun part is that either way it ends with a 10 of cups or results in a 10 of cups. So that's wonderful. Yay, Virgo. Cool. Okay, let's do Libra. Message for Libra and this eclipse. Libra. Okay, nothing's coming through. Let's do the cards. Maybe something else will come. Message for Libra, please. From this eclipse in Scorpio. Message for Libra. Okay. Ooh. Whoa, a lot of air. 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and 6 of Swords. And then 3 of Cups. Okay. Libra, some of you are like, you feel like you just need a break. You can't deal with something anymore. It's too much. Or it's just generally from life a little bit. And you're either taking a trip or a vacation, or you're taking a break from something. And you just want to be thoughtless and carefree and at ease, and you want to move away from the drama, have fun. Some of you have just been involved with a lot of like soap opera drama like situations and environment, and you're deciding to just take yourself out of this environment, out of the situation, and stay on your own for a while and kind of detach yourself from all of it so that you could just feel what you need to feel without the bullshit. You're like, I can't have my mind constantly obsessing or focused on these petty, mundane things, right? Maybe you're in an environment in which there's a lot of gossip or petty behavior or just superficial approach to life and to things, and you're like waking up one day and you're like, what am I doing here? This is boring. This is stupid. I don't enjoy these conversations. Who am I fooling? And you're just and you find yourself a little bit alone. But it's okay, because I feel like it's a very brave decision, and it will lead to a very positive process. And some of you might be with someone who isn't fully with you, and the signs are there, but you've been ignoring it. And then this eclipse is going to eclipse them out of your life. They're going to go be with someone else, or something like that. And if this resonates, then wake up earlier than later. I just recommend, because it will make the situation less challenging. You'll be able to cope with it in a better, more positive way. Some of you are in absolute toxic positivity, where you are in denial to a lot of things. You're in pain with a lot of things, but you're constantly trying to run away from it. Either you're going out, or you're acting positive, you're forcing a smile, you're talking as if everything is amazing in a way of manifesting it. And it's just cover up plastic upon cover up plastic, and it's going to blow up if you keep going like that. The eclipse is going to challenge you to leave those environments that enable that, and to just find a place in which you can allow your mind to be what it is. And then I'm not saying stay in that if it's a negative mindset or a painful mindset, but rather work on it so you can actually create the positivity. But right now it's just it's an emotional swamp with signs of, and the signs that are surrounding it. It's like, oh, this is a beautiful spa, Okay, that's the best. I don't know. It's a weird example, but this is like the best example I could come up with. You're not a swamp. You are beautiful, but what you're carrying has turned into an emotional and mental swamp because you're not dealing. You know, the Western world's translation of the um, Eastern ancient wisdom is very lazy. Like, yes, love and acceptance and positivity, but not when it's a show. Then it's not any of these things. It's just a show. Like it's like it jumps. It's like it's a very shortcut attitude. It jumps into the result without actually doing the work to get there. And it's like, and this eclipse is going to force you to do that. Sorry. It's going to create actual self-worth as opposed to pretend self-worth. And it might not be a fun process, but it's going to be a relieving, elevating, positive process because it's going to heal. And it's going to create actual faith and actual positivity. Okay. You guys, let's make a competition. Who pressed the like button first? The winner will get the same readings that I'm doing right now. Smart assy Morgan. If you press the like button first, you are the king or queen of the world. If you press the like button second, you are the king and queen of the world. If you press the like button third, you are the king and queen of the world. Either way, you're all winners. You're all winners. Yes, I'm sarcastic. What's wrong with that? It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Oh, I haven't focused yet, so I'm gonna not look at that. Scorpio is next. Eclipse is in your sign. And the South Node, let's not forget it's also in your sign. That's a given. Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, what are they feeding you? Scorpio, Scorpio, it's not your fault. Hi, Honey Skull. Is she saying that I'm a smelly cat? No, I didn't say smelly cat. I said Scorpio. Maybe you're a smelly cat. I don't know. And smelly cats can have a zodiac sign. Everybody has a zodiac sign. So, don't be judgmental to any smelly cats out there. It's not your fault. Honey Skull, is there any option for paid live reading? Yes, there is, my love. You can ask me a question, a personal question, and I'm going to pull 3 cards that are enough to give a very proper answer. And if you want that, you can send $40 or more to PayPal or Venmo. Let me put the link here. Let's see. And then write your question in the note there. /the Existential Shift. On Venmo, it's just at the Existential Shift if you want Venmo instead of PayPal. line. Oh. Let me copy and paste it in case. Okay. All right. Let me pin it up. Maybe that would be more helpful if anyone else wants to. Message pinned. And I have my phone here. I'll see the notification as soon as it happens. So, okay. All right. Scorpio. I haven't given you messages. All I did was sing the Friends song, Smelly Cat, which is like, what? Scorpio, I'm gonna be honest. Some of you are the ones who are eclipsed from other people's lives. I said it. I said it. And that's okay, because then by default, they are eclipsed from your life, right? It's okay. It doesn't make anyone the bad guy. No one is the bad guy. It's just a matter of alignment and differences and paths to take. It's time for you to start being the badass witch that you are. Wise healer, powerful individual. Like there's no room for games anymore. There's no room for bullshit. So any toxic Scorpios out there are going to start with the process of shedding toxicity. And any wonderful Scorpios out there that happen to be stuck somewhere that isn't good for them are going to be, replaced on another path that is better for them, for you. It's going to signify a very meaningful new start in your life. Like there's some karmic energy for the past 18 years at least, and if not even on your soul path, that it needs to wrap up, right? It needs to come to its final conclusion. It needs to let go of you so you can move on. So if you've done the work, it's going to be a breeze, right? If you have not done the work, it's going to be a sorry. It may have been a little bit over dramatic. I do apologize. It's going to be okay. Listen, you guys are powerful. You guys are powerful, so everything you do has faster, stronger results. Hence, it means you have more responsibility. Sorry, guys. Okay, Scorpio. Tarot for Scorpio for this eclipse. But Venus is in your sign and Mercury is in your sign. It's more likely to play out in a really positive way, especially, and I'm talking general about Scorpios, but if I want to focus on my audience, on the people who come to the shift, it's more likely than not that you're in a very powerful, wise place, right? That it's likely to play out in quite a magical way for you and could initiate a really positive new start. Okay. Tarot for Scorps, please. 1, 2, from the eclipse. Knight of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and here you are in the Death card. Okay. You have been persistent and consistent and enduring in the face of an imminent change that has been trying to happen in your life, that you've been negotiating with and against. You're like, no, this change doesn't need to happen. No, this doesn't need to end. No, this not. And because you have such powerful, strong energy, right? Because you're such a natural sorcerer, It's like you've been stalling the end that you could have led instead of fighting. And you somewhat succeeded in it. However, this eclipse is like, sorry, no. And it's whatever, and the change that is coming is coming. Now, it's not a bad thing. Look where the horse is headed to the sun, right? You see the sun here? Right? And it's leaving behind the endings. It is a positive, very positive process and transformation in and of itself. But maybe there's a level of unknown to it, so that's why you wouldn't go with it. And I'm not saying anything with judgment, rather with reflection. Where is it heading towards? Where is it heading towards? Let's see. Judgment, awakening, becoming who you're supposed to be, understanding yourself on a way deeper level and having your life align with it, being in tune with, with the collective process, with the universal spirit, listening to natural processes and going with them. This is going to wake up an aspect of you that has been dormant, that has been waiting to just come out and be through you, but you've held on to what you thought was best for you, but there's something so much better out there for you. This is very big and this is very meaningful, and it's going to create a lot of change. But it's truth, it's awareness, it's positive, it's power. 8 of Wands, 2 of Swords. You're like guided into a new place that is going to give you so much more freedom and fun even, but you don't want to see it. You're like, you don't want to look at the positivity of it. That's your choice, but it's going to happen either way. So you decide how you're going to, are you going to be dragged kicking and screaming, or are you just going to go on the ride and enjoy it? Thank you, Scorpio. Yes, we are now going into Sagittarius. Thank you. It's happening right here in your psyche, in your subconscious, behind you. It's going to sneak up on you. You're not going to see it until it's happening, and you're going to be like, whoa. It's going to release some blockages. It's going to open a portal to speak with the divine for you. It's going to possibly be very inspiring. It also is probably going to expose you to some shadowy aspects in you. Chanel Johnson, hello. I enjoy your reading because they aren't always on the typical thinking of things. Yay. I enjoy your perspective. Thanks for what you put out into the world. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're welcome. Voodoo Ninja, that was a good read for Scorpio. I agree. And thank you, Mountain Girl, for moderating. You guys are awesome. Okay, so Saggy. You're going to somehow find out that you have ways of talking to spirit or to divine that you weren't aware of, but it's been there this entire time. It's going to free you also from a type of incarceration, something that you've been obligating yourself to on an ideological level, on an indignation, on a righteous indignation kind of thing. And it's going to be a process. It's not going to be immediate. It's going to unfold in the next few months. Some of you are going to start talking to your deities, your God, in a different way, in a different language. Some of you are going to realize that you understand a language that you're not supposed to understand, and I encourage you to study that language. something you've been obsessing over and really into for a long time, just suddenly you're not into it. You're like, wait, I'm actually not into you, or I actually don't want to do this, or this is not fun anymore, because it's been something that you wanted to do, or you loved from a place of psychological need. And now that it's resolved or cleared, you don't need that person or that thing to reflect it to you. So you wake up suddenly and you're not in love with that person, or you wake up suddenly and you don't want to do that job, and it's like, whoa, who am I? You're you. You're you. Let's pull tarot. The King of Swords has been coming up a lot. Now we also have the Star card. Aries had it. Aries had both the Star and the King of Swords. One more for Saggy. For this Eclipse and Scorpio. The entire deck, why don't you? Okay. Sagittarius, the Star, King of Swords, and Ten of Wands. Some sort of dream or passion or love that you were holding on to for a very long time, that you've been carrying for a long time, and it was an effort. You're suddenly seeing in a way better light, or in a clear light. It's like your brain suddenly clicks and you can see it for what it is. It's not necessarily bad. I think it could have been something that was really positive and good in your life. It's just, kind of like there are a lot of amazing, inspiring, cool people out there, but you're not in love with all of them. So you're seeing something for what it is, could very well be very positive. It's just not as, I don't know, emotionally intense as it used to be. There's just this a better understanding of something, and also coming to peace with something. Now, some of you, on a completely different note, you're getting really, really close to achieving a dream that you've had for a while. Like, I don't know if it's a fantasy, a dream, a desire, aspiration, whatever. It's like you're so close. So if it's something that I feel like it's two different separate processes. One thing you're like you get disillusioned about, and you wake up from the I don't know, from the perception you had of it. And then another thing that you also wanted gets strengthened, and you keep going for it. So one thing gets disillusioned and one thing gets accomplished. Okay, kind of good. Okay, who's next? We have Capricorn, Aqua, and Pisces, and Ophiuchus left. I'm going to use the restroom for 1 minute, for one moment, and I'll be right back. In the meantime, chat and send good, happy thoughts. If you want to book a reading, now's the time to send it. Like, don't wait for last minute. Hi. You guys still here? Hello, hello. Okay. Where were we? Cappy. No, I'm done with Sagittarius. Now Capricorn. Wait, I didn't focus yet. Meraki currently carving pumpkin with my son. That's so cool. That sounds like so much fun. That's fun. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'll do a reading for Halloween too. All right. Capricorn. Message from the eclipse for Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? The eclipse? Nothing's coming through. Maybe it will come after the cards. We'll see. Okay. So Capricorn, message for Capricorn from the eclipse and Scorpio. Thank you. You're like, Pluto just went direct in my sign. I'm happy. I hear you. Ooh, you got the moon too. Who else got the moon? Was it Aries in the beginning? Yeah. Happy. Six of Pentacles. And okay. Death card and Temperance and Six of Cups in the reverse. Well, well, well. So the past is bygones. You're like, I don't want to look back. I don't care. I want to have something completely new. I don't want to repeat the same cycles. I don't want to go over the same things. I am done overthinking, over worrying, over obsessing with something I can't change. I don't want to give anymore to the situation. I want a situation in which I receive. I'm tired of trying to make things right and, and compromise myself and compromise what I want. Some of you, it has to do with children. Some of you feel like you're compromising something that has to do with children. Maybe you want children, but your partner doesn't. Maybe you don't want children, but your partner does. This could be that you've sacrificed your work or your aspirations to raise children, whatever the case may be. Now, it doesn't have to be kids. It could be just the past. The Six of Cups can mean all kinds of things. But either way, you're like, I need to move away from this. I need to not constantly be worried about how the past intermingles with the future, how I can bring together all the worlds. I gotta make a sacrifice. I can't keep doing this, and you're kind of almost forced, or maybe forcing yourself to let go of something that is holding you back. Now, I'm not. Now, is everyone? Are you saying children hold people back? No, children are lovely and blessed. I love them. Okay, this is a subjective message to whoever this applies to. Okay. All right. And also it's just an example. It could be other things that have to do from the past or something that you hold on to from your childhood, all kinds of, you're like, I'm so exhausted of trying to heal this wounded child in me. Enough is enough. I'm going to just do the work and earn money and be successful and ignore the fact that I'm still struggling emotionally. It's like, okay, that won't work as much, but I think you're getting my picture. There's something from your past that you're trying to help. You can't help it. It's done. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Scorpio, Taurus eclipses are coming through here. So 5th and 11th house. Yeah, now that I think of it, you're going to have 2 weeks after that, you're going to have an eclipse in your 5th house, which does rule children as well. So there is something to do with either a creative job work or children are coming through very strongly. Something to do with children. And you don't know what to do. You're going to have to make a decision. Some of you I'm picking up are possibly considering adoption, like adopting. Like maybe it's hard for you to get pregnant, or for whatever reason you can't get pregnant. I'm sorry, but whatever the case may be, I see like a foreign child, like a child that you need to pay for, or to bring, or to make some sort of investment in order to get them. Some of you, there's a child in your family of relatives that is coming to stay with you for whatever reason, and you need to help them to get to you somehow. You need to go to them. No, you're not going to them. They're being sent to you. It could be a pet. But no, I'm really picking up strongly on a message that has to do with children. And money. Do I have enough money to do this? Do I have enough money to, I don't know. So I think this is going to be a long process of the next few months. So let us know how it plays out, and good luck. I hope it turns out for the better. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius, this is happening in your 10th house. This could be very, very big, like a huge opportunity. Yeah, because the way I pick up on this eclipse is that it's not like it releases blockages to whatever has been blocking you in the house in which you have the eclipse happen, right? So Aquarius, if it's happening in your 10th house and you had some blockages that have to do with your career or place in the world, for example, then that blockage could be released, okay? What is it for Aquarius? All I'm getting is like big opportunity. Let's see what the cards have to say. Now I know that like when I speak about the houses, it applies to the rising sign, but I also apply it to your sun and your moon. Okay, there's your sun chart, there's your moon chart, and there's your rising chart, and I find a lot of importance in all of them. So, yeah. Search for Aquarius from this eclipse, please. Strength card, Page of Swords, and the Justice card. Okay. Some of you are going through a divorce, but you're keeping it cordial and positive, and you're staying friends. You're being mature about it, and you're going into being friends, which is more so fitting to your energy, to the energy between the two of you. Some of you, it's about setting boundaries, clear, energetic, and physical boundaries with your environment, and verbalizing it. This is okay. This is not okay. This you can do. This you can't do. This you can say. This you can't say to me. Okay. It's like very putting your foot down and like, I need to feel like I am respected, like I am honored, like I am seen, and it needs to come through with your words or with your communication. Now, it could play out in your job. Maybe you're saying this to a boss or a coworker. Of course, it can be love, but it can play out in all fields. There is something to do with the home, signing on a home. Maybe you're purchasing a home. Maybe you're selling a home. Some of you are getting news about inheriting a home. And I think it's not in a place that is close to where you live right now. This could be somewhere in a different place. Some of you are teaching your pet how to communicate. Cool. I know it's so specifically, those things that you can buy where you have letters that they can press, or buttons that mean a word, which I think is awesome. That's so specific. It's so specific. But if you were thinking about it, I think your pet is going to love it. I'm picking up on a secret society. Some of you are signing into a secret society or being introduced to one. You're meeting someone who's a representative, and they might be considering inviting you, but you don't know it yet. You're like, what is she talking about? Maybe you'll find out soon. Maybe you'll get the formal invitation soon. So many interesting messages. Hello, Helena. Welcome. Better late than never. Happy to have you. Bonjour, bonjour. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Secret society invitation. You know what? I'm picking up on, like, I feel inclined. I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but that kind of connects to secret society. Okay. So, you know that the person who created the Rider-Waite tarot is Arthur Waite. And he was a part of the Golden Dawn, which was a secret society, an extension of the Freemasons. Never mind. But he created this tarot deck that is actually, tarot readers online, I love you guys, but you know what? The Rider-Waite is a lovely, popular, wonderful deck. It is not a classic one. It is not a traditional one. You know how they say, let's go traditional. Let's use the Rider-Waite. What? What are you saying? What? No. It's 100 years old. It's very young, relatively. 100 years in our terms is like old, but in terms of like the tarot that has been around at least hundreds of years, it's a new one. It's a modern deck. It's a newbie. And the Golden Dawn has made the Golden Dawn approach with the work of Arthur Waite to the tarot. It made a lot of changes. Like, for example, in actual classic traditional tarot, the Strength card is number 11 and the Justice card is number 8. 8 because it's also a very karmic number, and the Justice card can be a very karmic energy, right? So I don't know why I just felt the need to go into that rant, but just so you know, and it's nice that it's connected how to Okay, so maybe you're being initiated to a branch of the Golden Dawn or the Freemasons or anything really. Honestly, fuck the Freemasons. Most of them don't accept women, so there is a movement of them that does allow women, but it's not like formally accepted as the Freemasons by them, which is freaking ridiculous. What is it with men taking feminine wisdom, okay, and trying to utilize it and work with it and take advantage of it while excluding women who are the source? No women, no magical wisdom. You can't do magical wisdom like work while denying women from it. Like, that's absurd. That's like saying, I'm going to do medicine work, but I'm going to not allow the inventors of the medicine or actual doctors in the hospital. Like, what? What? You make no sense. Never mind. That was, who am I even reading for? Aquarius. Sorry. Back to your messages that are super weird and random and like all over the place. You're going to have to make a decision and put it in writing. And you're going to have to be strong and adamant about it and stand and courageous about it. It's going to take courage to make this decision and apply this decision. Everyone stop. Every time I hear someone say about the Golden Dawn, it's a classic, I puke a little bit. I get the gag. I'm like, why? You make no sense. Aquarius. Now you're going to see online tarot readers being like, by the way, did you know that this? They're not going to give me credit. They're going to listen to me here and they're going to say it on their channel and they're not going to credit me for teaching them that. I didn't make this shit up. I'm saying it, but like, they're not going to credit me for teaching them. It happens all the time. It's super annoying. Solo vibe. Is there anything more important than honoring teachings or anyone that teaches you anything? Like, anyway, that's the message. Aqua, do whatever you want with it. I don't know what to tell you. This is okay. Clarification. Clarification for Aqua about this. The fool. Do whatever you want. I said do whatever you want. Just be you. Do you, boo. You're not gonna listen to me anyway. Just do your thing. Okay, next. Pisces. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate it. Okay. Pisces. Message for Pisces from the Eclipse. Message for Pisces from the Eclipse. Ninth house shenanigans. Pisces, you're going to start going into like a new format of faith and of studies. Could be similar studies that you've had, but a different format or different school, different teachings, different teachers, different. Okay, let's say it could be that you have a faith, but so far it played out with in one school of thought or faith, and now you're transitioning to a different faith. Like, you're getting yourself a new structure to your faith or to your studies. I just said the same thing three times. Repetition is key to understanding. Wax on, wax off. Something you might be moving. If those of you that have been considering, like, you might be changing location. This could be international. Or you're exploring or traveling in a different culture, a different country, perhaps. ending a trip is also possible. Okay. Message for Pisces Tarot. One hour and 46 minutes. It's okay. It's okay. We're chilling. We're chilling. Okay. One more for Pisces. Same cards. Page of Wands, the Death card, and Two of Swords. Sagittarius, 9th house energy, the eclipse. It's like they're like, yeah, we're in these messages with you. Some of you, it's going to be a surprise journey and a surprise adventure that is going to turn your life around in a way that you are not expecting. Some of you have been very traditional about something in your life, and now you're going to have a completely different perspective and going to become like an explorer in that field. You're going to be, it could be something in your personal life, it could be something in your professional life, but you're going from rigid to adventurous, from in denial to completely open-minded. It's like all your chakras are just opening up, and suddenly you're able to process all this energy and information. Very cool, Pisces. Where are you traveling to? Where are you going? Thank you, Voodoo Ninja, for encouraging people to like. I appreciate this. I'm going to make you also a moderator now. You are formally also a moderator. Congrats. Oh, and last call for a live reading if anybody wants me to read them. Okay. Anything else from this for Pisces? You're going to be forced to move away from something that you didn't even know you need to move away from. Like it was in your life, it was stuck. And it's like you didn't look at it, you didn't even know, you didn't address it. And then suddenly something happens that forces you away from it. And then suddenly you're free of it and you're looking back. It's like, oh, wow, that was really holding me back. Good thing it's gone. Congrats. Are we at the end of the cycle? We only have a fucus left. Nice. Fucus. What's going on with the fucus? The fucus, this is kind of an eclipse for you as well, because I should have said, no. Yeah. What? Okay. Ophiuchus. It's an eclipse for you as well, because you are an integration of Scorpio and Sagittarius. Wow, there I said it. Okay. Okay, this is on a more collective, witchy, priestess kind of level vibe message. Okay. Hold on. Wow. Okay, Ophiuchus, you're channeling to the collective, very important message. This is a message for shifters, Seekers 13. Thank you, Mountain Girl. Have a great day. Okay, here goes. So, in the, I was about to say in the old days, but unfortunately it's somewhat still applies, but far less than it used to be. It was very dangerous to practice your wisdom, right? To practice energy work, to practice spiritual work that is based on the elementals. Like if you're not, um, introducing yourself in the guise of something of a religious clergy, like if you're a witch or if you're a healer, an oracle, a seer, it was very, very dangerous. Women were persecuted for that. So we have developed this innate fear and need to hide ourselves because there's always the sense of being persecuted, and there's always been this energetic tainting, and an energetic like the energy kept pursuing on us, as a result of what's the word, inertia of the persecution that occurred for as long as it has. So a lot of us came into this world in this lifetime inherently really scared to not only show what we know, but practice it, right? And even admit it to ourselves. It was dangerous to be who we are. And now that there's more freedom, we get to express ourselves more. However, a lot of people still don't do that because of, well, how will society look at me, or what will people think of me? But that's just the surface level reasoning. Where it actually stems from is deep fear for survival, right? Like it's very deep in the subconscious. If I'll say what I know, if I'll practice divination, if I'll become an occultist, like I will be persecuted, I will be hung, I will be burned at the stakes. Like that's what your soul fears. That's what your subconscious fears. But the conscious is like, well, there's no really reason to do so. We don't want to do it because, okay, they'll think we're weird. But so what am I saying? So the eclipse in Scorpio is going to eclipse that energetic persecution that is on the inertia of pursuing us. It's going to just phase it out. It's going to let it go. I've done a video a while ago. I think it was exactly 6 months ago, inspired by the eclipse. That is called The Dawn of the Witch. I'm going to put it at the end of the screen, at the end of the video. And I go into deeper length about it over there. So maybe you want to watch that. So Fucus, I feel like you're being freed of the subconscious fear of being persecuted for who you are, and you suddenly feel free to express yourself, to be what you are, and you don't have that weird fear or blockage from doing so. And it also gets elevated, gets released from the collective consciousness, right? From the collective psyche. So people will look at it less weird, like it will be less of a crooked eye. It's like more and more accepted into the status quo. Cool. So Fucus, yeah, go for it. Be you. Do you, boo. Anything from the tarot for Fucus people, please? There are a lot of like online witches who won't call themselves witches because of the stereotype that there is about it and how people might perceive them. They don't, and that's like, you're suppressing yourself. Like the word witch means wise woman. That's it. Everything else, every negative association that it has, it's because of propaganda and slander and persecution and vilification. Like, why are you playing into it? So just, if you feel like you are one, say it, and then feel free to add the explanation. If you're worried that it will be misunderstood, educate. Be like, yeah, I'm a witch, but this is what it means. If you have any negative association with it, this is where it's coming from, and here I am correcting it. That's it. Like, why are you cooperating with your own demonization? What is Stockholm syndrome? Why are you keeping yourself prisoner? Own up to yourself. I mean, that is if you view yourself as one, or if you know yourself to be one. Which doesn't mean that you're mixing up lizard tails and pig's eyes and ostrich blood and scheming. No, that's exactly the stereotype. Brush it off. Brush yourself off your own vilifying stereotypes. What are you doing? Okay, I'm Jewish, so I'm never going to wear glasses because there's a stereotype that all Jews wear glasses. Like, what? Don't play in to how demons operate in the world. What you doing? What are you doing? I'm never going to go work in finances because Kanye West says that us Jews are always into money. So like, I'm never going to deal with money. I'm going to stay poor forever just so like I could, change his perception. Like, puke. People like him should be shamed, right? And put on the spot. All people out there, don't fall prey. Don't incarcerate yourself in your own persecuting stereotypes that you've suffered from to please the demon mob. Like, what the fuck? Let's pull some oracles. Did I pull cards for Ophi? No. Sorry, Ophi. That was a long message for you. Cards for Ophiuchus people. 4 of Wands, yay! 3 of Swords. And one more. Oh, there's already one facing up, so we're going to take it. 6 of Wands. Ooh la la. 3 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 6 of Wands. Okay. Success. There's something that you're disappointed about, that you're sad about. It's going to just completely get away, and it's going to be filled with a lot of success and achievement and recognition and fun and unity and holiday spirit and celebration. This is a lot of good stuff. I'm really happy to see this for you. Yeah, because Ophiuchus and Seekers 13th, like shifters who are in that energy, who are owning up to their knowledge and power and wisdom and beauty, you're gonna be put on a pedestal as you deserve, rightly so. Voodoo Ninja, I kind of punch you in the gut. Yeah, I can understand. Okay. All right. It's just good. It's just good. I'm not gonna chew it up. Let's do oracles. I'm just gonna pull an oracle for everyone. No? Okay, it's already a long reading, but whatever. Let's pull an I Ching by the elements. I'm going to pull an I Ching to water signs, earth signs, air signs, and fire signs. I'm going to read from the book. So, by the eclipse in Taurus, message for, let's start with earth signs. Message for earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Just one. Okay. Now, message for water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Message for water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Message for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And message for air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Message for air signs, Gemini, Libra. There we go. So earth signs, you have hexagram number 47, and I'm going to read. Story time. Story time. Coon exhaustion. Above lake, below water. Water abandons the lake, spiritual exhaustion. Ooh, earth signs, you're spiritually exhausted. Water has drained away from the lake, leaving it dry and barren. In human life, character is proven in times of adversity, when it seems like all joy has drained from life. Maintaining hope and good cheer under hard circumstances can bring exhaustion of spirit. Toxic positivity, someone? When fate is unkind, care must be taken to replenish what has been used up. One must remain true to oneself. If you're going through something difficult, have gone through a lot of difficult things and challenges and pain and disappointments, keeping your head above water, it's the strong thing and the admirable thing in our society today, but it's also exhausting and can be quite detrimental. You gotta be able to rest. Like Jim Carrey once said, depression is being in deep rest. It's okay to not be the strongest. It's okay to not keep going. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to retrieve, to rest, to just give yourself ease and treat yourself with kindness and not expect yourself to overcome everything all the time. Okay? Yeah, earth signs. So that's a very powerful message for you guys. Water signs, hexagram number 15. Let's read. Qian modesty. Above earth and below mountain, mountain within earth, modesty covers hidden strengths. The image of a mountain concealed within the earth symbolizes something bigger and more powerful than is revealed on the surface. The superior person works quietly and does not seek acclaim. A good leader does not boast of victories, but moves steadily forward with quiet confidence. Such modesty brings great respect and success. I think it's self-explanatory. It's very clear. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, fire signs. Hexagram number 52. And there we go. Kin, keeping still. Above mountain, below mountain, a mountain range, the quietness of rest. Mountains close together enhance each other's stillness and stability. They form a sanctuary where the demands of the world can be set aside and all movement ceases. When one enters into such a spirit of stillness, restlessness disappears. The heart is soothed into quietness. The time of keeping still will be followed by a time of movement. But for now, this moment is all there is. I feel like there's a repetitive message of being quiet, being still, and being restful. And finally, air signs, number 34. Ta Chuang, the power of the great. Above thunder, below heaven. Thunder in heaven, respecting the established order. Oh, the power of heaven is heard in the voice of the thunder, which proclaims its vastness. The populace is compelled to obey what cannot be changed at present. Thus are tyrants raised to power by the oppression of dissenting voices. But those who rule with justice may engender obedience born of respect. I think, yeah, it's just a repetitive message of being humble, being doing the work quietly, resting when you need to rest, and letting things happen in proper time, respecting others, but also divine forces. Okay, this was fun. Anything else to do? Anything else I can do for my shifters? Any other messages that need to come through? I think we're good. Yeah? Okay, guys. If you want to be initiated to my secret society, right here over on Patreon is where everything is. Check it out. Thank you for joining. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Good luck with the eclipse.